Welcome back to KDramaVerse, where every glance, every coincidence, and every quiet moment between your favorite stars becomes a story we can't stop replaying together. Before we dive in, take a second and imagine this with me. A luxurious fashion space glowing softly under Seoul lights, cameras flashing outside, fans whispering inside their group chats, and somewhere between all of that, two familiar names quietly setting the fandom on fire without saying a single word. Yes, today we're talking about Jang Ki-yong at Casa Loewe and Anun Jinn's almost poetic, low-key visit to meet her idol. A moment so subtle, so unexpected that fans are still talking about it days later. And as always, I want you right here with me. So as you read, ask yourself, coincidence or fate playing its favorite game again? When Jang Ki-yong appeared at Casa Loewe, it wasn't just another celebrity sighting. The moment his photos surfaced, fans immediately felt it. That familiar shift in the air when fashion, presence, and quiet charisma collide. Casa Loewe, known for its refined artistry and understated luxury, felt like it was built for him. Not because he tried to dominate the space, but because he blended into it so naturally. His tall frame, relaxed posture, and that signature calm gaze gave off the energy of someone who doesn't need to prove anything. If you're a Kiong fan, you already know this is his superpower. He doesn't shout. He doesn't force attention. He simply exists, and the room adjusts. Fans quickly zoomed in on the details. The way he stood slightly apart, hands relaxed, expression thoughtful. Some said he looked like a character who had stepped out of a slow-burn romance drama, the kind who listens more than he speaks, whose emotions are hidden behind silence. Others joked that even mannequins at Casa Loewe must have felt nervous standing next to him. And let's be honest, if you saw those photos and didn't pause for a second longer than usual, are you even human? Now, here's where the story takes a turn that no one saw coming. While fans were still buzzing about Jang Ki-yong's appearance, whispers began circulating online about Anun Jinn. Not at a red carpet event, not at a loud fan meeting, but quietly, almost invisibly, she visited the same space. Not to be seen, not to make headlines, but simply to meet her idol. That single detail changed everything. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from fashion moment to emotional moment, and K-drama fans everywhere leaned closer to their screens. Anun Jinn has always been known for her sincerity. She's not someone who performs affection for the camera. Her interviews are thoughtful, her laughter genuine, and her admiration, when she expresses it, feels real. So the idea that she visited quietly, without fanfare, without announcement, just to meet someone she respects deeply, struck a chord. Fans weren't screaming, they were soft smiling. Because this wasn't about hype. This was about humanity. Think about it for a moment. Imagine being Anun Jinn, someone admired by millions, yet still capable of being a fan. Still capable of feeling that flutter of excitement at meeting someone you've looked up to. Isn't that part of why we love her? That she never lost that grounded, relatable side? Fans began sharing their own stories in the comments. Times they met someone they admired and couldn't speak properly. Moments they chose silence over spectacle. And just like that, this quiet visit became something deeply personal for many. What made the moment even more fascinating was the contrast. Jang Ki-yong's presence at Casa Loewe was public, polished, and photographed. Anun Jinn's visit was the opposite, private, understated, almost hidden. Yet when you place these two energies side by side, something beautiful emerges. Public and private, idol and admirer, noise and silence. It felt like a scene straight out of a K-drama, didn't it? The kind where the most important moments aren't announced with music, but felt in the pause between words. Fans immediately began replaying imaginary scenarios. Did they exchange a few shy words? Did she smile nervously? Did he respond with that gentle warmth he's known for? No one knows exactly what happened, and maybe that's why it's so powerful. The mystery leaves space for emotion, space for interpretation, space for fans to fill in the gaps with their own hearts. And let's talk about why this moment resonated so strongly within the fandom. In an industry often dominated by loud promotions and calculated appearances, this felt refreshingly real. There was no official statement, no dramatic press release. Just fans connecting dots, sharing sightings, and quietly celebrating something pure. It reminded us that behind the titles of actor and actress, There are people who admire, respect, and feel inspired by one another. Some fans pointed out how fitting it was that this happened at Casa Loewe, a place known for craftsmanship, subtle beauty, and storytelling through design. Isn't that exactly what this moment was? Not flashy, not over-explained, just meaningful, just enough. It felt symbolic in a way that even the most carefully scripted drama couldn't replicate. As the hours passed, social media filled with soft reactions rather than chaotic ones. Fan edits appeared, not screaming with effects, but gentle, slow, almost reverent. Comments read like love letters to the moment itself. This feels like a chapter, not a headline. Why does this feel more romantic than an actual drama scene? The quiet moments always hit harder. And if you found yourself nodding while reading those comments, you're not alone. What's especially interesting is how this moment subtly reshaped how fans viewed both stars. Jang Ki-yong wasn't just a model actor attending a luxury event. He became the object of sincere admiration in a way that felt deeply human. Anun Jinn wasn't just a successful actress. She became a reflection of the fans themselves. Someone who still gets starstruck, who still feels awe. Now let me ask you directly, KDramaVerse family, what do you think matters more? The moments that are announced loudly, or the ones discovered quietly? Because judging by the reaction to this story, fans are craving authenticity more than ever. They don't just want to see stars shine, they want to see them feel. As the conversation continued, some fans even drew parallels to drama narratives where two characters orbit each other quietly, their connection building in glances rather than dialogue. Others joked that if this were a drama, it would be the kind that destroys you emotionally in the final episode. Slow, tender, unforgettable. And honestly, isn't that exactly the vibe this moment gave? Of course, there were playful debates too. Was it destiny? Was it coincidence? Or was it simply two professionals crossing paths in a space dedicated to art and expression? The truth is, it can be all three at once. And that's okay. Not every story needs a conclusion. Some are meant to linger, to be felt rather than solved. As days passed, the buzz didn't fade. It softened, like a melody you hum without realizing.